All right, good evening, America's Got Talent fans. This is a late update for our last result show because I was out of town and I couldn't get this done. Missed the show and had to PVR it. So, last time on America's Got Talent, the Tuesday night show, there was the wild cards. One of the hardest picks shows I've ever had to do because usually I can pick the top 4 acts, no problem. But I had a really hard time. So let's review who I picked, and then I'll tell you the results. I picked Todd Oliver, the guy who ventriloquists with his dog. Bandsmaz Brothers, the 2 guys who balance on top of each other, has my kitty Duke. They balance on each other, and they have a big pole. Sebastian D'Oro, the mariachi singer, and Ben Black, the archer. It was really hard to pick. I narrowed it down to who I thought America would pick and who I'd like to see again. So, first out of the gate, they had Ben Black, Sebastian D'Oro, and the Bandsmaz Brothers. Okay, 3 of my picks out of 4. I was in some serious trouble right out of the start. So, who went through? Sebastian D'Oro, so I get to see more of the cute little mariachi singer. Okay, next up, Horse, that guy who gets kicked in the junk, Jake Wesley Rogers, the teenage singer, and Andrew DeLeon. He's the guy who looks like Marilyn Manson and sings opera. I had none of them picked, although I did really enjoy Andrew DeLeon. I didn't think he'd get through. Well, I was wrong, because he went through, so good on him. The third group up, there were 2 acts today not today, on last episode. They did Broadway production of Bring It On, did a little cheerleading song. I didn't watch it, I fast-forwarded it. And and Good Time was sung by Owl City and Carly Rae Jepsen. I downloaded that song because I was like, oh, I love that song, I love it. And I didn't fast forward for once because I was singing along. Love me that song. So, next 3 out on stage were Todd Oliver, my ventriloquist guy. Kristen, the guy who balances on those round objects but always falls. Spencer Horseman, the guy who keeps himself in cement. So, I had picked Todd Oliver, so here I was, crossing my fingers that one more of my picks would go through. And he did. Good on you, Todd Oliver. I'm going to see more of your ventriloquist act. And, of course, down to the judge's choice. Out on stage were all that guy with Raja, with the piano that disappeared, and Lindsay Norton, the acrobatic dancer. So it came down to, once Raja was kicked off, it came down to Lindsay Norton and all that. I didn't know who the judges would put through, to be honest, because neither one I thought was going to go through. And all that made it through. So, just to recap, the 4 acts that made it to the semifinals from the wildcard show were Sebastian D'Oro, Andrew DeLeon, Todd Oliver, and All That, the clogging dance group. So, till Tuesday, when we watch the first bit of the semifinals, see you then.